So, Tim, as I look down on this Thursday, I see that it's February the 4th. February the 4th.
Well done.
And on February the 4th, 1977, I believe I think I was in seventh grade, but something came out on that day. Tim Seymour.
February 4th, 77?
77.
How about Boston's first album?
That's, you know what? That's a great poll by you. I want to say for some reason that album came out in the fall, but listen, great job. I love what you did there. But here you go. I'm just going to tell you what it is, because this is an iconic album, in my opinion, an iconic band that's had trials and tribulations. Rumours with the superfluous U, with the two U's instead of one.
Sure. Yeah.
By the great Fleetwood Mac came out.
Okay. So first of all, incredible album. That reminds me of tennis camp. And people probably like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Right. Of course it does, Scarsdale. But every song on that album was legendary. Rumours with an extra U.
Right.
Right. That's almost like parlor.
That's right. That's like all those dopey color
yield.
Color
yeah, and then it might as well be like yield ice cream shoppy.
It's so ponderous. It's such a dick thing to do.
Ponderous.
But it worked for them. But listen, so it's funny thing about that album. This is just me, and I guarantee somewhere in your archives you have that sucker. But the songs that everybody says,
for you.
The songs that you know, for example, "Don't Stop Believing" is one of the worst songs in the history of rock and roll.
Hold on, guy. You just did what I do. "Don't Stop Believing" is a song by Journey. Steve Perry. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow.
Don't stop thinking about. Please stop is what the name of the song should have been, because the song sucks. And you agree that song sucks. And the other one that's
that was the Bill Clinton Al Gore theme song in '92.
And You Make Loving Fun is just a horrendous song. And that's
two
songs everybody
remembers.
Such
a great. You're singing the praises of the song, and yet you're shitting on two tracks here.
Because Gold Dust Woman is on that album. Tremendous song. The Chain on that album. Tremendous song. And here's one for you. A lot of people underrated Fleetwood Mac song, The Great Songbird by Christine McVie. Great little ballad for you.
Is that on that album?
Yes. And Secondhand News, I think, is the first song on the first side, which is another very underrated Fleetwood Mac song. So there you go. The songs everybody talks about blow. The other songs are great.
All right. So first of all, as you know, I'm actually, if given the time and whatnot, I would have waved Christy McVie over my girl.
You see that? You say that just to be, you're trying to say that just to stir it up. And you know, and I know that's not true.
Well,
it's just not true.
All right. So look, as you know,
listen, in her prime, which 77, by the way,
she was peaking.
Prime Stevie Nicks. I mean, come on. You can't with a,
all right. So I'm in the time capsule.
Face say that.
Guess what? Guess what I got right here?
Well, clearly you have a Rumours album. Tremendous. Mick Fleetwood and Stevie Nicks. There you go.
So yeah, Mick Fleetwood. By the way, Mick Fleetwood, rail thin. I don't know what was going on here. What kind of drugs he was doing? He's like
6'7", 6'8". He's a giant of a man.
And I'm a drummer, so I'm a Mick Fleetwood fan. You know what's really weird? And I don't know if this ever happened to you. I just went into the LP stack here and noticed that I have not one but two copies of Rumours. Why do I have two? Don't stop.
Here, I'll give you a scenario which that could have happened. Okay. You bought one on your own, and then at like your birthday party, your 12-year-old birthday party, like Rat or one of your friends, or Jazzy, the guy that got promoted yesterday.
My buddy's Rat, Jazzy,
bought you a Rumours album, and you didn't have the heart to tell him you already had it. Is that somewhat accurate?
You know what? It's a great call by you. There's two other plausible scenarios. One is that I have a big family, and I have three siblings. I have four siblings in total, but three of us are all a year apart. And there was a bit of a competition for vinyl in our house. And I'm wondering if at one point I thought my brother Mike had stolen my Fleetwood Mac, because I probably had just kind of lost it somewhere in the stack. And I went down and I stole his. and never realized until maybe I was off at college and knew I had a duplicate. The other plausible scenario is that I joined Columbia House one too many times. Remember Columbia House?
100%.
For one penny, you got 13 albums, dude. And the aliases that I came up with back then, and the postman had to know that Timothy J. Simmons lived in my house. And so I'd meet him outside. I'd be like, dude, just so you know, yes, there is a guy named Simmons in our house, and it wasn't Richard.
Right. And you were probably slipping him a $5 to make things so. By the way, we should have your brother on at some point just to ask him if you go through his vinyl, see if he could find his Rumours album. And if the answer is no, maybe we could have this sort of like, just the whole thing, just making amends for 30 years of pilfering.
All right. So look, you're right. And most importantly, as we get through the Reddit rebellion, and my guess is this angry mob of retail traders and professional traders, as we know, it's not just retail. In fact, that's one of the big rumors out there about what's going on. In fact, as we like to do here on Commercial Break, we're going to take names of songs on this album, and we're going to weave a market mosaic together.
Okay.
All right. So here they are. Secondhand news.
Right. Well, stop right there. Let's just stop quickly. I mean, secondhand news. If you're trading on secondhand news, you were the guy or gal that bought GameStop anywhere north of $350.
You're holding the bag.
Never trade on secondhand news.
You're holding the bag. Dreams and never going back again. I'll take that from here.
Go ahead.
Dreams are that suddenly, because there's a new board, or that actually some guy named Roaring Kitty has told you this stock's going to the moon, is that actually a company with no fundamentals is actually worth something. What it's actually going to do is it's never going back again. It's never going back to the company it was, and it's certainly never going back to $400 a share. All right, here you go. Don't stop and go your own way.
Don't stop. I mean, don't stop buying the stock, people. Don't stop just, greater fool's theory. That's the hope, that people don't stop buying it. But guess what? The music stopped, and go your own way. At a certain point, you have to get out of your position regardless of what you think everybody else is doing. So you have to go your own way, Tim.
And we're going to have to get out of here soon. Lukey's going to kill us. But in the meantime, I've got Songbird and the Chain.
Go ahead.
And again, all it takes is somebody singing loud enough and getting enough people to follow. And you've got this entire chain, which actually takes the market to a place that now suddenly we do believe, and I think we recognize, maybe in a way we didn't 9 months ago, is that the role of the retail investor, and that the role of momentum and liquidity in these markets means that actually this is a chain that I don't think gets broken just because GameStop finds its way down. I want you to finish on I don't want to know.
Right.
And oh, daddy. Oh,
I
daddy.
don't want to know. I mean, for a lot of people, they don't want to know the fundamentals behind GameStop or some of these names. They just want to know that it's going higher. And oh, daddy, when they open up their E-Trade or Schwab account the next morning and it goes, it's a 10x from what it was the day before, they're absolutely saying, oh, daddy. But you know what? Oh, daddy, quick, because that sucker could change, brothers.
Okay. And my oh, daddy interpretation is they're open up their E-Trade account and they're now 80% underwater, and they run downstairs and they say, oh, daddy, I'm in trouble. I need some help. Guy, you need some help. Get on out of here. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you later.